Check it out. Check it out. Look what I have here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Except he's a point forward. And today we're going to be talking about point guards. But I'll tell you what. Until this NBA draft starts, I'm going to be making a lot of love with this magazine. I'm going to be cuddling with this magazine. Oh, I can't wait. I already did a lot of damage to my Carson Wentz SI magazine I got over there. But now I got myself a new little toy. So Kyle Gaffner is here. I'm Adrian Fedke. Like we just talked about, we're talking point guards today.
Yes, man. The floor generals, the guy that make everything happen, that make the machine roll well. It's not a very deep class. I don't think there's probably one pure point guard, maybe two in this draft class. But, yeah, man, it all starts with these guys. And obviously, I think we have the same number one top guy, Chris Dunn, obviously being that fellow. He's not one of those one-and-done type players. He stayed in school, got his education, and it worked out well for him. He stayed in school, and he's going to be a higher pick this year.
I see what you did there with the one and done. Well, this guy went one and done.
Well, he's a different story.
Oh, yes, he is. He's so beautiful and luscious. All right, so, yeah, Chris Dunn is our number one guy, and I agree with you. It's not a great point guard class, and you know, my point guard rankings kind of reflect that because my top five may not look like anybody else's top five, but I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely not as good of a point guard class as the one that's going to happen next year. Next year is going to be loaded. Yeah, but this one not so great. Let's talk about Chris Dunn, number one on both of our lists.
He's a great floor general. He can defend. He's nice and long. He can get to the point of the attack. I'd like for him to work on his shot. Even though he shot decent, I'd still like to see a better stroke out of him. Big body guy, kind of like Emmanuel Mudiay coming out last year. So I think he would be perfect to run the Sixers if we can get him somehow.
He's got an improving jump shot. I've made this comparison in the past. He reminds me a little bit of old school Ron Harper, Cleveland Cavaliers Ron Harper. The guy's an excellent slasher, can get to the tin pretty easily, very, very quick with the ball. I think he sees the floor really, really well. Really good defensively. Long, I mean, gets in the passing lanes really well. Great athlete. I do think if he does have a weakness, it's his shot selection. Because sometimes he'll fall in love with that jump shot when he can get to the tin. And that jump shot isn't, like, spectacular or anything. So I'd like to see him kind of get more aggressive at times. And that's my only little nitpick with him.
I agree with you there. I feel like he kind of forces that when he doesn't need to. A lot of guys fall with their jump shot when they could easily get to the basket when he got the body type. Like you said before, he's tall enough where he's 6'4". He's a big guy. He could maybe even play the two if you needed to, kind of like a combo guard, I think. He's that talented. Very athletic. Like you said, he would be a great perimeter defender. Yeah, Sixers could really use one of those guys.
Yeah.
Desperately.
And here's the thing about Chris Dunn. Just to get into some of the Jahlil Okafor Boston rumors real quickly. If the Sixers take Ben Simmons at number one, and they did acquire this third pick, Chris Dunn would probably not be the pick because Simmons is going to be a guy that's going to want the ball in his hands. Dunn wants the ball in his hands. It's not really a pick that would work in that spot. But if they did go with Brandon Ingram at number one, Dunn would be the perfect pick at number three.
Match made in heaven if that was the case. You got a shooter, a guy that could space the floor like an Ingram, and you could have a floor general like Dunn to feed him the ball and feed all these guys these passes. That'd be perfect. But if they do take Simmons at number one, which we all think they will, those two would not mesh well together. So they'd probably go more like a Jamal Murray type of guy at number three with the Celtics.
Yeah. All right, number two on our lists. Well, I'll go first. I got Tyler Ulis out of Kentucky. Super quick, blur with the ball. I mean, he's a pretty good athlete for a guy his size. He's like a natural leader too. It was a young Kentucky squad. He was a sophomore, and he led them. He can shoot a little bit. He's a decent defender. Obviously, the problem with him is he's undersized. I mean, he's like 150 pounds. So I don't know if he can be like a starter in this league, but maybe he can bring some energy off the bench. I don't know. He's my number 2.
My number 2 is Ulis as well. I think he's, right up there, a little under, not as good as Dunn because of his size. It really does hurt him, but he is so quick, man. I feel like he can break anybody's ankles in this league. I think he could be a starter. He's got great leadership skills. He led that very young team to as good as a point where they had. I don't think they would have made the dance if it wasn't for him, or as far as they got without him. He can get to the cup. He's got great vision, too. I really like Tyler Ulis to lead some squad in the later round. I think he might be a mid-round pick, not a top 10.
I would love to get him at 24 or 26 if he fell that far. I would love that, but
that would be a dream.
I got that inkling that he's going to go higher than I think.
I think so too, especially for such a need for a point guard. It's a point guard driven. It's a guard driven league nowadays. So you might see him go a little bit higher, but I think he's really, really nice piece.
Yeah. All right, number 3. Who you got?
I got Demetrius Jackson because it was such a hard to pick with all these guys, and these are the guys that are going to be a little bit older. I like his shot selection. The dude can shoot the ball. He's another little small, undersized guy. Could play a little bit of the 2 guard. Can pass. Has decent vision. Very quick though. Extremely quick. I'm pretty high on him. We might be able to get him with one of those later picks, like a 24 to a 26. He's not one of those guys, Dunn or Ulis being a sophomore and Dunn being a junior. Most of these other guys are going to be seniors because it is a weaker class. Who did you have at number 3?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm not as high on Demetrius Jackson as a lot of other people are, but that's just me. I got a surprise at number 3. I got Kfeller out of Oakland. This guy's probably not on any top 5. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. But this guy, I mean, he's undersized. He's 5'9". He's like 170, 180 pounds. But this guy can score. And he's a point guard, I know. But he can score. Reminds me a little bit of Isaiah Thomas from Boston. He's just this competitor. I watched Oakland a lot this year. And Oakland's a team that's fun to watch. The Horizon League is a fun league to watch because you got Valpo in there too. Valparaiso was a really good team as well. Unfortunately, neither of these teams won the Horizon League, and it was unfortunate because both these teams, Valparaiso and Oakland, if any of them would have made the dance, I probably would have picked them to win a game. I really love Kfeller. This is a guy that he's a solid 3-point shooter, and he's like streaky too. So if he's hitting one shot, he's knocking down another. He's really, really quick, and he just scores anywhere. He scores from anywhere on the floor. So a little bit of Steph Curry, but not like, obviously let's not go that far, but, just a little hint, a little sprinkle of Steph Curry. So I love this kid, man. And because this point guard class isn't that great, I put him at number 3. That's
I like it. I would like to catch a little bit of tape on him. I've never heard of him, actually.
Oh, dude, he was like my favorite college player last year. I loved him.
Wow, dude, I didn't know anything about this guy. If he's got Steph Curry type shooting or inklings of it, I'd definitely.
Well, the reason why I say Steph Curry because he can score from anywhere. And
okay.
That's why I say that. Let's not compare him to Steph Curry because that's completely overblowing it. But just a little hint of Stephen.
I like it. Now, who did you have for number 4?
Number four. This is another surprise. I got Gary Payton II.
Yeah.
Out of Oregon State. It's mostly because it's such a bad class at point guard, and I just love his defensive ability. So he's another one that's long. He's going to steal. Yeah, obviously he's stunting like his daddy. He's got some defensive skills. He can steal the basketball. You can run a team too. I like him. He's not as high on other people's lists, but I got him at number 4.
He's my number 4 too. You gotta love the lineage, man. It's the mini glove. You can't sleep on this kid. I watched him at Oklahoma State. Of course, he's nothing like his dad. He can't pass like his dad. He's got defensive skills. I think he's a little bit smaller too, but you got to go with the great lineage. It's Gary Payton's son. You got to give him a chance. I think he's got pretty good court vision. I think even though he was a senior, you could coach him up a little bit more once he gets to the NBA. Be a second-round pick, obviously, but the kid can ball, and it's the Glove's son. Give me a flyer on this kid. I'm in it.
Yeah, the reason why I would take a flyer is because he literally has potential of being an elite defender, like literally. And he not only does he steal passes, he can block too. He can rebound for a guard. So he's not gonna. Maybe he won't like score a bunch of points at the NBA level, but he's got a lot of other things that I like about him and
Good qualities.
Yeah, a lot of good qualities that a guy that you would want to take in the second round. Those, the late first round, second round, you kind of look for specialty players, and if he can become a great defender in the NBA like he was in college, I think he can have a nice career.
You can make a living off of just doing that. Bruce Bowen did it for 13 years.
Yeah. So there you go.
You can never have enough defense.
Yeah, that's my number 4. I got Demetrius Jackson at number 5, so I went with him at number 5. I'm just not as high on him as other people are. He does have like a really high basketball IQ. He's quick off the dribble. He did have himself a pretty good NCAA tournament. Played well there in the the Elite Eight against North Carolina. So he's solid, but like I'm not as high on him as everybody else is.
It's a weak class, so you're kind of picking at straws. He could become something special. Maybe he could just become a solid bench player. It's tough to say. I think he's got some very good qualities, but not elite qualities. Yeah. Obviously, like a Chris Dunn.
Yeah, so I would take a flyer on Kfeller or Gary Payton before I would want Demetrius Jackson.
I could see that.
So,
well,
yeah, people might disagree with me, but that's okay.
You're entitled to your opinion, brother, and you never know. The draft is something that unravels on its own. Players could come out of nowhere.
Yeah. So, that's my number 5. How about you?
I got Marcus Page. Got to stick with the Tar Heel. This dude, before his injury, and even a little bit after his injury, can just shoot the lights out, as we saw in the tournament. This kid's got range from all over the place. I'd like maybe him not as much as a point guard. I think he could convert over to shooting guard, but can play both. But I love his shooting ability. He can get off, create his own shot, and he's got pretty good vision. He's 6'2". As you saw in the tournament, he can dish it out pretty much anywhere. I just love his shot selection. He kind of reminds me of a type of a Steph Curry. Maybe if I caught this Felder, but this kid, I mean, he almost won the championship for them with that crazy shot ending at the end of that Villanova game. I mean, he almost ended it right there. I was about to cry. But this kid has got range from all over the place. I would like to see – he would probably be there with one of our 24-26 picks too, because we need shooting on this team, and this kid's got it.
He's okay. I probably wouldn't take him in the first round, but,
Not with a late pick?
I'd rather have Kfeller. I am all about Kfelder. I love him. Now some other sleepers maybe. There's a kid from Iona. His name is AJ English. He's another name to maybe watch out for. There's some other guys like there's Wade Baldwin. Wade Baldwin's getting a lot of hype, maybe a little bit of hype.
Fred VanVleet isn't too bad.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if he's athletic enough for the NBA level, but goddamn, he's smart as hell. Huge
IQ, huge basketball IQ.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned about his athletic ability at the NBA level, but we'll see. I mean, he's cool as a fucking cucumber. That's what I love about that kid.
He was one of the first recruiting class to bring Wichita State up to what they were. I mean, they started their run in the dominance.
Yeah, he was a freshman that year when they went to the Final Four. So, he's been there for a while. Let's see. Who else is there? You got any other names?
Archie Diacono, another high basketball IQ guy coming out. He's a senior. He could be probably not a starter, probably a solid backup. I think a lot of these guys, he's not very quick. He's got pretty decent vision. I think he could get burned a lot easily. He's not very big. He's not a very good defensive player either. I think he could get a little burned. I'm trying to think. There might be.
I would not take Ryan Archie Diacono.
Not even in the second? I give him a second round grade.
I got a thing against white guys, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I'm racist.
This guy.
I'm racist.
He's not taking any of the white dudes. I love it.
I got a name, actually, now that I think of one. Cat Barber from NC State. He's a really quick kid. He's a little bit of a shrimp, though, but quick kid there. Now, I just wanted to clarify something, too, because there are a couple guys that are like a point guard / shooting guard, like Jamal Murray. He's going to be on my shooting guards list. Another one that's like a tweener is DeJounte Murray from Washington. So he's another kid that I'm going to have as a shooting guard, not a point guard. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Ron Baker, too, can play a little bit of point, but I think it's more like a shooting guard, too. He played a little bit of point for Wichita.
Yeah. I got another name. There's some other names that I'm thinking of now. We've got Yogi Ferrell from Indiana. I don't know about him. We'll see. He's another kid. I don't know if he's athletic enough. I'll give you an athlete. I don't know if he's going to get drafted, but Julian Jacobs of Southern California. This guy, it's Dunk City over there in USC. So this guy's athletic as hell. He's just, he just doesn't have he didn't have great numbers or anything at USC, but
who does?
I'm curious about him.
I'm curious. There hasn't been. I only know one guy that's ever come out of USC. Actually, no. Taj Gibson came out of USC too. Yeah. But I was thinking of the dude up in the Raptors. Huh?
Thinking of OJ Mayo.
No. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking of DeRozan.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan, of course.
Our big contract we're going to give him soon. He came out of USC too, but I forgot about OJ. He came out of USC.
That's going to be a fun show when we do the free agents. Because I think people are probably going to disagree with us about wanting DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, hey man, that's what I like to hear. I like to get a little against the grain on that. I don't want him, honestly.
I don't either. Yeah, because it's the same logic with DeRozan as Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, DeRozan's already 27 years old, so I'd rather. We're giving away our show now, but I'd rather spend money on Harrison Barnes than DeMar DeRozan.
100%, and people are bagging on him because of what happened with last night's game. But people are allowed to have bad games from time to time.
That's all right. Hey, Harrison Barnes is like the 4th or 5th option on that team, so whatever, it's fine. He may not even be the 4th or 5th option on that team. That's how good that team is.
That team is loaded. Best team I've ever seen.
Whew.
That's right. I've said it. Best team I've ever seen. Better than – I didn't see Showtime. We weren't even alive, but,
I will still give the Bulls the benefit of the doubt because MJ was on that team.
I would love to see them battle it out. Can you imagine?
Oh, my God. Oh, dude, that would be amazing.
72-10 versus 73-9. Yikes.
Yeah. Let them play a 7-game series.
Holy shit. It would be better than this damn finals that we're watching. LeBron, you're a joke.
Trying to think of other point guards.
Isaiah.
What are you thinking of?
Taylor from Texas. Yeah.
Well, I got another athlete for you, but I don't know if he's going to be successful in the NBA. Wes Washburn of Northern Iowa.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's athletic as hell.
You're really reaching down low. I've heard these names. I don't know much about these kids.
Dude, I'm a college basketball junkie, so I know some of these guys. Yeah, for me it's NFL and then college basketball. So college basketball is my number 2.
What do you think is the strongest position? Obviously it's not point guard, but what do you think is the most deepest position in this draft? You gotta say small forward, right?
Yeah, I guess so. That's hard to think right now, but yeah.
Is there any what's that?
There's some good guards too. Shooting guards, because obviously you got Murray and Hield. Although Hield can be a small forward or 2, but I would think he's more of a shooting guard at the NBA level.
Do you think there's any overseas guys that have the potential to be up there with Dunn?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's it's hard to rank these overseas guys because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know who the fuck these guys are because I don't. All right, I've never really watched Dragan Bender before. Okay, I that's the thing that I love with people sometimes. They become these European basketball experts.
Watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, yeah. I never watched Kristaps Porzingis ever in my life until the fucking D League, or not the D League, Summer League. So
You saw them in the summer league, exactly. But when you watch videos of these guys and it's all YouTube, they're all highlight videos. So how do you judge?
that's why I don't care, because I don't care about highlight videos, because highlight videos are just showcasing your strengths. So what about your weaknesses?
Exactly, it makes everybody look good. So you can't judge, and that's what most of these. Some people do, not everybody, but some people do. So you can't make a judgment. I didn't know if you knew of anybody off the top of your head.
No, not. I mean, all I got is who else is there besides Bender? Fuck, man. Yeah.
There's some Serbian guy.
Bender's obviously not a point guard, but yeah. What were you saying?
I said there was some Serbian guy, but I can't pronounce his name that I've heard of. And there's another French guy at the shooting guard, but I can't pronounce half their names, so it's kind of tough. But Dragan Bender's been even in talks for the #1 pick. Oh,
that's not happening.
No.
Not happening.
It's Murray, bro. It's Murray.
No. It's this guy. This guy is #1, okay? All right? He's going #1. I know you want Ingram, but it's going to be this guy. Get used to it.
I won't be upset about it. I won't. I'll be happy. I'm on board with both. I just, as you know, I prefer Ingram, but I'll be happy with Simmons just as much.
Yeah. All right. Trying to think of any other point guards. I got really nothing.
I'm drawing at straws.
You know who I'm curious about? I don't think he has a shot in the NBA, but Thomas Walkup is Stephen F. Austin. He led them over West Virginia in the first round. I mean, he was unbelievable. He scored like 37 or 39 points.
Yeah, I remember Stephen F. Austin. Yeah,
I love him. Well, I love him watching him in college. I don't think he's going to do anything in the NBA, but dude, he ran that team, and he was a great rebounder for a 6'4" guy. So, but the problem with him is he's white too. So.
Oh man, we gotta get him out. Sorry, you're not ready for the NBA, Whiteys. Let's get out of here.
European Whiteys are okay, but it seems like these American Whiteys, they never pan out.
Sorry, guys, you're garbage.
Done. So yeah,
crap. There's no Steve Nash's or John Stockton's anymore.
Nash is Canadian, so he doesn't even count.
All right, what about John Stockton?
Okay, it's been like how many years since John Stockton? He wears short-ass shorts.
It has been a very long time.
Like who like besides like Kyle, like who is really out there?
Nobody.
I mean, yeah, sure, you got some like Ryan Anderson and like Kyle Korver. You got some guys. I mean, it's better than it was, I guess, 10 years ago maybe. But I tend to play the percentages when it comes to white guys.
Kevin Love.
Okay, there's one. I'll give you that one. Yeah.
But guard-wise, you're right. There's nothing because Jason Kidd doesn't count. Mike Bibby doesn't count. Because,
yeah.
Well,
There you go.
they're only yeah, they don't count.
Now I'm trying to think of other guys. I really got nothing. I mean, I can just like name some names, but like I don't think these guys are going to do it. Like Tyrone Wallace from Cal. You got Andrew Andrews from Washington. See, that's why I didn't put Murray in the point guards, because Andrew Andrews was their point guard at Washington. You got Alex Caruso of Texas A&M. I don't think he's going to be anything. If there's any other names, if there's any names I forgot, let me know in the descriptions. I can't think of any more.
Help us out, guys. If you think there's going to be anybody out there that's going to make an impact that we have left off our top 5.
Yeah, so I got nothing else. I ran out.
I got my top 5. It's a weak class. I mean, I don't know either. I knew those 5, and that was about it, dude. Not much after that.
There's a kid from Alabama, Retin Obasahan. I got him too.
Holy crap,
dude! I'm telling you, man. I'm a college basketball. I also do bracketology, so I'm pretty entrenched in it.
You know it all, I hear, man.
I watch fucking like everything too. Like I watch the smaller leagues, like the WAC and the Big West, and like I try to watch all the big, all the leagues. At least the teams that are up top. I try to watch as much as I can. That's
good, man. You get it all in. I'm with that with football and baseball. I'm with you there. I'm still trying to I still watch a lot of college basketball, not these littler schools, though.
Yeah. I love the mid-majors, man. I love them. I love them. So, yeah. All right, we really derived from our original topic. We finished our top 5 a long time ago. But any final thoughts before we get out of here?
I'm excited to see if we do make this trade or not, depending if we go on Ben Simmons. If we do, you could even throw Ben Simmons there as a point because he's not going to be a forward. So
Yeah.
even though he is going to play the 4, I'm thinking, but he'll be a top point guard in this league. I hope we make a trade for Dunn. That would be excited if we don't take Simmons, I mean. But it's going to be interesting what we see because we need elite defenders and we need a floor general. It's what we've been hurting for all these years. So how about you?
Actually, I was gonna close with a question for you because now I think of something. Out of Murray, Hield, and Dunn, who do you think's the best out of that trio?
You're killing me.
All right, I'll go first.
Ooh.
I'll go first. Jamal Murray.
I know you want Jamal Murray. You got his posters everywhere.
I love Jamal Murray, man. See, here's the thing with Jamal Murray because I know a lot of people love Buddy Hield, but think about this: Jamal Murray is a freshman. Look what he was doing. Imagine if he had 4 years at Kentucky to become, possibly at the same level as a Buddy Hield. Jamal Murray, as a senior, would be putting up bigger numbers.
And Jamal Murray's got the whole package. You're absolutely
I love Jamal Murray. I keep saying this. He reminds me of Ben Gordon, and Ben Gordon's another guy that went number 3 overall. So
he had a good career too, until it tapered off out of nowhere. I don't know what happened to him, but he kind of fell off. But you're right.
I just think he's a perfect fit for us too. If we take Simmons, I mean, drive and kick, give it to Murray. He's smart too. So if the defender wants to get a little aggressive, a little pump fake action, so a little drive-by action. I love Jamal Murray.
I like Jamal Murray too. A Hield though too. The thing that worries about me, I don't know if he'll be able to create his own shot. You get some of these NBA defenders on him, he might fumble up and kind of screw up. So he's got a great shot if he's kind of open or he's a one-on-one, but he's double team or he gets a great defender on him. He's kind of screwed.
Yeah, I'm taking Dunn over Hield too. So.
I am too. I would probably go, if we don't take Simmons, it would be Dunn, Murray, Hield, and then vice versa, it would be Murray, Dunn, Hield. Yeah.
All right. So my 3 in the order would be Murray, Dunn, Hield, but I'm not taking into consideration who we're picking number 1. So those are just top 3 those would be the guys in order that I'm fucking up now. I need to get the fuck off this thing. I'm done. I'm mixing slurring words now. I'm not even drunk.
You're blurring. You blurred them all together.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it for this one. Oh, actually, you never named your guy. Who's your 1?
My number 1, I'm going with Dunn.
Okay. All right. So you'll take Dunn and then Murray?
And then Murray and then Hield.
All right. So there it is. Kyle Gafter. I'm Adrian Fetchu. This went a lot longer than I thought it would, but it's all good. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hey, let us know. Who is your top 5 in the bottom? So top 5 point guards for this class. We're out. Later.
Later.
Hey, Ben.